Do you really believe that Teofimo Lopez is trash?
No, not at all. Not at all. Teofimo is a good fighter. You know, he's very talented. He's very athletic. You know, he's always rose to the occasion in these big moments like this. But Shakur is just on a whole nother level. And this Saturday, he's going to prove it.
I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic ability. Pure ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability that can match him. That I think Teofimo has the speed, the legs, the quickness, and he's got pop too with it. Where he could possibly, I know this sounds ridiculous, but he could possibly match, and maybe even he would have to outmatch him to win. He'd have to be that good, but maybe match Shakur boxing and pull off what would be an upset.
2 days ago, the fight between Stevenson and Lopez.
Great fight.
What fight? Who wins up? Lopez.
Stevenson.
You know, Stevenson. There's a lot of people going to say that, but people are going to say Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've heard him at a party. Bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer. Slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is.
Boxing pros are now giving their final predictions for Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez, calling it one of the most intriguing and competitive matchups in the division. Many experts believe Shakur's sharp defense, elite footwork, and hand speed will seriously test Lopez's power, aggression, and pressure style, setting up a high-level clash between technique and explosiveness.
I think it's going to be a very, very, very interesting fight with a lot of X factors, a lot of intangibles, a lot of stuff floating around mentally, everything. I think it could be an intriguing fight. I don't know if it'll be a good fight. I don't know if it'll be a scintillating fight. I don't know about that. But I do think it could be
Many expect a tactical battle that goes a full distance, delivering a high-level chess match inside the ring while still keeping fans completely engaged and excited from start to finish.
Fight that people, because you got two different styles. You got an offensive, defensive.
Yeah.
In Lopez, and you got a defensive.
Yeah.
In Shakur.
Oh, yeah.
So it's gonna see who's gonna win. Is there any way of beating? Because at the moment Shakur doesn't beat him up. No one really giving him that hard day. We've not really seen him in the deep end. But it's gonna be a good fight to see that can Lopez put him in the deep end. I think he can, and I think he has the power and the technique to even.
Former world champion Amir Khan has made his prediction, backing Teofimo Lopez to come out on top in this matchup. In Khan's view, Lopez carries a belief, ability, and overall skill set needed to match Shakur Stevenson round for round. He points specifically to Teofimo's hand speed, crisp combination punching, and smart decision-making inside the ring as the tools that could pose serious challenges for Stevenson throughout the fight.
Stevenson. You know, Stevenson. There's a lot of people going to say that, but people are going to say Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've heard him at a party. Bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer. Slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that toughness is there with Shakur, and if it is there, which I believe it is, because I think it's a fantastic fight. It's one of them that we're all going to have an opinion on who's going to win, but none of us really know, because it's one of the best fights in
the best, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, it really is.
You think about it, look at Lopez. He's fought like some Lomachenko. He beat some great names on the way, man. Yeah. And I look good against them as well. Maybe his last fight wasn't the best. He made it a little bit tough, harder than it looked, but he's always performed at the highest level when he needed to.
Recently retired pound-for-pound great Terence Crawford has shared his prediction, siding with Shakur Stevenson to take victory in the upcoming showdown. Crawford believes Stevenson operates at a higher class than most of Teofimo Lopez's recent opponents, both technically and strategically. In his eyes, Shakur's overall skill set, composure, and ring control should allow him to separate himself clearly and outperform Lopez when they meet on fight night.
This will look aesthetically. Obviously, in the last fight, Shakur stood his ground a little bit more against William Cepeda. You don't expect him to do that against Teo, do you?
To be honest, I think he's going to do a little bit of everything. I think we're going to see the best Shakur Stevenson come Saturday, and I just feel like, it's going to be too much.
But Teofimo's done well against southpaws. Josh Saylor, Lomachenko, we got these southpaw here. You're a southpaw as well. Do you think Teofimo just has something that other fighters don't have against left-handers, or just think that Shakur's different level of a sniper of a southpaw?
Well, it's a little bit of both. Teofimo has done real well against southpaws, but Shakur have done real well against orthodox fighters. Shakur is not the average southpaw that Teofimo has been fighting, so that's why I say Shakur is levels above those fighters that he's been fighting lately.
And that's the reason he's a favorite coming into this.
Crawford also offered some simple advice heading into the matchup, telling Shakur to stay true to who he is and not change anything. He emphasized that Stevenson competes at a different standard than most fighters and should approach the night with total confidence. Instead of overanalyzing the moment, Crawford urged him to see it as just another routine performance, trusting his preparation and believing in the abilities that already set him apart.
At the highest level of the sport, right? You just defeated Canelo Alvarez in front of 70,000 plus, and you've been a big mentor to Shakur Stevenson. I give you a lot of credit for that. What advice have you given him as he goes into the biggest fight of his career?
Oh man, just be yourself. Hey, this is another day in the office, another walk in the park. There's no reason to put a lot of pressure on yourself because you know what you're capable of. With the self-belief in yourself, you can do whatever you want in there, and that's what he's going to do.
Even with Shakur entering as a clear favorite, legendary trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas believes Teofimo Lopez still has a real path to victory. In his view, it all comes down to mindset. Atlas points out that Lopez hasn't always been mentally consistent in previous fights, which has affected his performances. However, if Teofimo steps in completely focused, confident, and prepared for a tough battle, Atlas says he has the physical tools and skill set to seriously test Stevenson and potentially score an upset. Atlas argues that Teofimo is one of the few fighters capable of pushing Stevenson into uncomfortable territory. He believes Lopez's natural athletic ability and constant pressure could interfere with Shakur's preferred distance and rhythm, potentially breaking up his usual control and turning the matchup into a genuinely competitive fight.
It starts for me with Teofimo. Where it starts is, where is he mentally? He's up and down. His father, the whole thing, his father's been with him the whole career. Listen, love him, hate him. His father has been part of getting him to these world titles. He's been part of it. Whatever. He has been up and down mentally. Where's he going to be? If he's right, if he's stable, if he's in a good place. He seemed to be in a very good place when he fought Lomachenko. If he's in a good place, I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic.
Former heavyweight champion Shannon Briggs believes the matchup between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson could be so evenly matched that it ends in a draw. He imagines a fight where both men split the rounds almost down the middle, each taking about 6. According to Briggs, it shapes up as a close, technical contest, with both fighters relying more on skill and precision and overwhelming knockout power.
Pure ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability that can match him and could actually turn the tables in a way where he could force Shakur out of his comfort zone to maybe do some things, say, he doesn't want to do, that he's not as comfortable.
British welterweight Conor Benn, recognized for his aggressive approach and high aspirations, has expressed support for Teofimo Lopez. He believes Lopez's combination of skill, adaptability, and proven success in the ring makes him both a serious threat and an electrifying fighter to watch, giving him a real chance against Shakur Stevenson.
And what does Shakur have to do to win? What does Teo have to do to win?
It's going to be a real technical fight. I think both of them, not tremendous punches. So I'm looking at a 6-6, 6 rounds each, you know what I'm saying, or a close decision. It's a pick-up. They both got skills.
What are the rounds that Teofimo wins? What do those rounds look like? Like with his style against Shakur, how does he win the rounds against Shakur?
Staying busy and Shakur, keeping Shakur defensive. If Shakur shows up and he don't let his hands go, then Teo get an advantage. But if Shakur start fast and they both go round for round, that's why I'm saying it's a 6-6, because I think they're going to go round for round.
And you think,
great fight.
So for Shakur, he needs to kind of pick his spots, box. Is that kind of how you see Shakur winning rounds?
I think Shakur got to be busy, and the busiest man gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be like a back and forth. Counter man, he gonna counter. So who could keep countering and who gonna get tired first?
This is a big one. I mean, this is like one of those where you don't know, right? Like the styles are gonna play out how they do.
It's a pick 'em. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna go back and forth until one of them say, "Yo, I gotta take it to over the mountain." You know?
On the other hand, veteran fighter and analyst Gabriel Rosado is siding with Shakur Stevenson to take the win in this high-stakes showdown. Rosado acknowledges that both fighters have the talent and ability to win, but he feels Shakur's technical mastery and ring IQ give him potential edge. He explains that if Stevenson can disrupt Lopez's confidence early and control the tempo, he can dictate how the fight unfolds. Rosado also warns that Teofimo remains dangerous and unpredictable. If Lopez finds his rhythm, the contest could tighten or even end in a draw. Still, Rosado leans toward a points victory for Stevenson, achieved through smart strategy, precision, and keeping Lopez off balance. He stresses that while both men are elite, Stevenson's ability to execute his plan could ultimately decide the outcome.
Yeah, it was good.
Who are you favouring on Saturday night?
I hope Teo does it, but I think Shakur will win. But I hope Teo does it, and I think Teo can. If anyone can do it, it'd be Teo.
Why would it be Teo?
Because he's explosive, he's unorthodox, he's tricky, and he's a savage.
What do you think about Shakur talking about Teofimo's dad, that he was on drugs and that he was drunk? What do you think about all that?
He was just having a good time. Let the man live. Let him live, bro.
Former world champion Amir Khan has come to Shakur Stevenson's defense amid criticism of his style and public image while previewing the upcoming fight with Teofimo Lopez. Khan recognizes that some fans and analysts question Stevenson's method, particularly his focus on distance control and defensive strategy. However, he urges observers to appreciate Shakur's abilities rather than dismiss them. Khan highlights Stevenson's technical skill and ring IQ as genuine strengths, even if they don't always make for an action-packed spectacle. He reminds everyone that at the highest level, boxing is as much about timing, precision, and tactical intelligence as it is about throwing big shots.
For Shakur in this one, you know what I mean? I think Teo is a phenomenal fider, great fighter. But Teo to me is more like he has those athletic skills that you don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes to him.
Yeah, I think Lopez
it
comes
it comes to him naturally. Yeah. But I think that's what's going to nip him in the ass against Shakur. Right. Because Shakur is fundamentally sound.
Correct.
So when a guy that has this athletic ability and does things that are not fundamentally sound fights a guy that's seasoned like a Shakur, he's going to make you pay. And that's just how I see it. I think it's a great matchup, but I just favor.
Now, how Shakur is like Floyd in this way.
Yeah.
He's like Floyd in this way. Everyone's able to boxing IQ, the defense, whatever, and Shakur's a southpaw, but he makes fewer mistakes than the other guys.
Yes,
really, what Floyd did, he was like a football team that never turns the ball over.
Yep.
Like if you need to throw the
penalties.
if you need to throw the ball away, throw it away. Waste that down, right? But don't turn.
After successfully defending his IBF lightweight title in a hard-fought majority decision over Cuban Olympic gold medalist Andy Cruz, Raymond Muratalla made his intentions clear. He's aiming even higher in his career. Muratalla revealed that he wants to face the winner of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, signaling his readiness to take on one of the division's elite fighters once that blockbuster clash concludes. His statements underline his ambition to move beyond routine title defenses and pursue the biggest, most high-profile matchups available.
Y'all
got one more day. Y'all got one more day. Y'all people scared. Look like we got to you. Look like we got to you. Look like we got to you. It looked like we got to you. It looked like we got to you, nigga. Okay? You better give it to me. Miss weight. Ever. We have never ever missed weight. Yeah, I lost my ass. I lost my ass. Never lost. I wish all of y'all would have gone with my son with a was feeling that day.
Yo, you and your son is one of the kind.
So that means that when your son lost, when your son loses, he lost both.
And he the acrobat.
Can Shakur Stevenson's precise technique and mastery of distance withstand Teofimo Lopez's power and relentless pressure? Or could Lopez pull off a shocking upset and turn the fight on its head? Share your predictions in the comments below.